everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm going to jump right into the video. So you're going to need some cornstarch, food coloring, disposable paper cups or bowls, whatever you want to use, some silicone, make sure it's 100% silicone, and I'm going to be using white. Also make sure that it's silicone 1. You're going to need some gloves unless you want to get your hands dirty, and something to stir with. Start by adding your cornstarch. I filled the cornstarch up to about a little less than halfway. Now you're going to add the silicone in and add as much as you want. To make the stirring process a lot less messier and easier, add some cornstarch to the top of the silicone and pat it down so that the silicone could take in the cornstarch. Now just gently stir it around. Once you see that the silicone has taken in enough cornstarch and that it's not as sticky anymore, I suggest you putting your fingers inside and knead it around. You should now have a nice and soft clay-like texture that is easy to stretch around, and it's really squishy as well. Alright, it's finished. Your dough, your putty, whatever you want to call it, is done, and now it's time for you to start making whatever you want to do, and make sure you make it quick because it's going to start drying out pretty soon. In order to attach any pieces, use a silicone so that the pieces won't fall off. So now I'm going to make more of my silicone dough so that I can make something else. In case you need to color it, I highly suggest you do it now instead of waiting for it to dry. And then you can mold it to whatever you want. In this case, I'm going to be making a donut. In case you don't have food coloring, feel free to use anything you want, like paint or even markers work fine as well. Okay, so now I'm going to be making a kawaii potato, and as you can see here, the silicone putty actually looks a lot like polymer clay, and it kind of even feels like it, although this putty has a softer texture. Okay, so it's been about 24 hours. I suggest that you do wait the full 24 hours, even if you feel that it's dry, just to make sure that your creations are completely dry. So now I'm just outlining the eyes with the pencil, and I put some acrylic paint on, but I'm pretty sure that if I left it with just the acrylic paint, the eyes would easily slide off or chip off, so I decided to get the paint and mix it up with the silicone that I used to make the putty. So I moved the silicone and the paint into another container so that I could mix it easier, and I noticed that the more paint I added, the harder it was for me to mix it in with the silicone. It basically formed a blob already, so I need to do some more experimenting and try to make a putty that doesn't use cornstarch so that the creations don't dry up as hard, and they will definitely be a lot stretchier and squishier. Okay, so now I'm just going to paint on the eyes, and this is why I suggested if you need something to be colored, then you should do it when the putty is not hard yet so that you don't have to paint it on later. Okay, so I'm basically done now, and here are all the things I made. Just to let you guys know, these are obviously not gonna be so squishy and stretchy, and that basically adds up to the reason that the cornstarch made the putty harder so that it's not gonna dry as stretchy as silicone would dry if nothing was added to it. But these are actually really nice because if you drop them, they're not gonna break or they can't chip or crack or anything like that. And yeah, they still have a little bit of a squish to them, especially if what you made is smaller. Then the smaller is, the easier it is to squish, and I actually find it much squishier, and they bounce pretty high too. Don't forget to comment down below if you want a shout out or you have any other ideas of what I should do for my next video. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye guys!